2 weeks before my wedding, my fiancé called it off. No explanation, just, quote, "I can't do this anymore." I spent months thinking it was something I did. My best friend Maren was the one who sat with me every single night after that. Ice cream, bad movies, the whole thing. She kept saying, quote, "Some men just get cold feet, you're better off finding out now." I believed her completely. She was my person, maid of honor, the friend I told everything to. 3 years later, I ran into my ex at a mutual friend's engagement party. First time speaking since the breakup. He looked genuinely confused when he saw me and said, quote, "I always wondered if you ever found out the real reason." I asked him what he meant. He told me 2 weeks before the wedding, Maren showed up at his apartment alone. She told him she needed to tell him something before he, quote, "made the biggest mistake of his life." She told him I'd been distant for months, that I didn't seem happy, that she'd heard me talking about, quote, "not being sure" on the phone. None of that was true. I was planning centerpieces and dress fittings that entire month. He said he trusted her because she was my best friend. Why would she lie about something like that? So he called off the wedding based on a conversation I never even knew happened. I stood there at that engagement party, feeling like the floor had actually moved. I asked him, quote, "Why would she do that?" He hesitated, then said, quote, "Honestly, I always figured you knew. She started dating my cousin 2 months after we broke up." Maren never mentioned dating anyone that year. Not once. Not to her maid of honor duties. Not during our ice cream nights. Nothing. I went home that night and looked through old photos. There it was, buried in a group photo from that same month, Maren, laughing next to a guy I never thought to ask about. I never confronted her. I just quietly stopped answering her texts over the next few months until she got the message on her own. She still tells people we, quote, "grew apart naturally." I let her keep believing that story. Mine is better. I just don't tell it to her anymore.